in this life of ours, okay, as long as we live. So you have to learn to protect and cleanse your inner self. Okay? How do you protect it? Constantly reflect on your inner self. That is your soul, okay? That inner person in you. The key word is constantly reflect. Constantly reflect. Don't focus too much on what you encounter on the outside. Okay? Things on the outside or what people said, don't get so carried away by it. Sometimes you look at things that happen or some people that are not so desirable, or you heard things that are unpleasant, okay? Now, look inside you. How do you react inside you? How do you read this situation? How do you read this burden? By what kind of heart? Sometimes I get quite angry, you know. Then I go back home and say, why am I getting so angry? Did you ever ask yourself like that? A lot of times. Why I get so impatient? Why couldn't I just trust God? Why? He is the one who exercised justice. Why should I get why should I feel so unfair? Now, this is the way you reflect on your inner person. Rather than putting all the focus on that, you reflect on yourself. How do I react? That is your inner person inside you. I tell you what, you know, sometimes we live like a package, you know. We put on the front, we say nice things, but inside you ask yourself, how do you read that burden? This fella, hopeless. so you saw inside, this fella very hard to please lah. Okay lah, no. Then you sayang, no. But inside you, you don't really understand their struggle, or you really want to go out to help them, have mercy or have compassion on them, you know, you don't empathize with them. Inside you. Now, we are all guilty of that, I'm saying, but the way to really protect and cleanse your inner self because of the presence of sin and flesh is you have to always reflect on your inner person. If you do something well, don't dwell on it too much, you know. Sometimes, you know, in my earlier days when I was a pastor, I preached a great message. Wow, I just keep thinking about it, you know. I hope I can preach that every week. When I thought of that message that I preached, and wow, so dynamic. Even I was so touched and convicted by it. Now, that's yesterday. Okay? That's yesterday. Don't dwell too much on it. What I'm saying is, no, don't lose your head over these things in pride. Your inner person, I'm saying. Reflect on the attitude and motives of your heart. If you do something wrong or say something foolish, okay? Sometimes we do that, okay? Don't become so fearful and discouraged. Lest you work on your fears, you know. You know, we always work on what we feel bad about, you know. We say something inappropriate, you know. We say something wrong and we try to remedy it with a lot of ways, you know. Or we suffer failures. I don't like the feeling of failing all the time. I want to prove myself. So you keep wanting to prove a point. You are not a failure. No, don't do that. Because when you want to do that, you lost hold of yourself. For me, if I do something well, I thank God and I forget about it. I moved on. If I really didn't do something well or said something foolish that hurt people, you know, Lord, you know my heart. I'm not perfect, but I look to you. Have mercy on me. And I moved on. In me, you know this man here, Lord, inside me, I will want to love you. I will want to seek your will and move on. And do the things you've instructed me. That is the way to live with full conscious of an inner self.